Welcome back to another episode of Engineered Coffee. As usual, please like and subscribe. It's absolutely free. Today's episode is why your coffee from one of our capsules is a bargain. Most people look at the coffee capsule and say, wow, that's expensive coffee. But here's the real truth. Your coffee from one of our capsules is actually a bargain. Because behind that tiny 5.5 gram serving is one of the most advanced, capital-intensive, precision-engineered food manufacturing systems on the planet. And by the end of this episode, you will never look at a capsule the same way again. Why people think capsules are expensive? When you look at a capsule, all you see is a little aluminium cup and coffee. You don't see the machines, the robotics, the grinders, the nitrogen infrastructure, packaging lines, the logistics network, or the 24/7 operation behind it. The capsule looks simple, and it is absolutely not simple. So let's break it down why this tiny product is one of the best value deals in modern food manufacturing. So let's get into it. Before a single capsule is filled, you're already tens of millions of euros deep into infrastructure. A proper industrial capsule factory requires climate controlled production, both humidity and temperature, a nitrogen plant, high capacity compressors, energy systems, automated packaging lines, automated palletizers, grinders, densifiers, chain V systems, laser particle analyzers, robotics and QC systems. It's a food grade production environment built around precision. And it's why only a handful of companies in the world can do this at scale. Now let's talk about the core of the factory, the filling and packing lines themselves. A serious, fully integrated high-speed capsule line. It doesn't cost 1 or 2 or 3 million euros. The real line, kind that delivers reliability, accuracy, nitrogen control, perfect sealing, robotics, check weighing, and 24/7 operation. This sits in a range of 10 to 12 million euros per line. Could you buy a cheap line? Sure. And every experienced manufacturer will tell you the same thing. Cheap is not reliable. Cheap lines break down. Cheap lines produce scrap. Cheap lines misdose, misseal, jam, drift, and wreck your OEE. Cheap lines cost more in the long run, in downtime, in waste, in labor, and in customer complaints. When you're making millions of capsules a day, you don't want cheap. You want reliable. And here's the part most people don't know. At Eurocaps, our lines run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 364 days a year. We're shut down for exactly 1 day per year for our annual summer party. The rest of the year, the machines have to run continuously because every startup and shutdown introduces scrap, sealing instability, grinding drift, nitrogen variability, alignment issues. Reliability isn't a luxury. It's the foundation of an entire business. That level of engineering has a price. Now let's talk about the materials. Aluminium. A couple of episodes ago, we described how the capsule begins as a massive block of aluminium, 6 meters long and about half a meter thick, rolled down to about 90 microns, coated, lubricated, deep drawn, and annealed. And its price changes with the global metals market, the LME. Tiny fluctuations become major cost shifts when you're producing hundreds of millions of units. Your forecasting has to be spot on. The copy, the biggest cost driver of all. High quality Arabicas, dark roast, aging, moisture control, roasting energy, decaf premiums. Everything influences cost. And this too is traded on a global market. Then you also have the lidding. That's also aluminium. And depending on if you want it embossed, there's the cost of the embossing service. Then there's the packaging, the lacquer, the ink, the boxes, the trays, cartons, even pallets, pallet wrapping to ensure that the capsules arrive at your home unscathed. Every component contributes to the cost of the perfect capsule. Now let's talk about operating costs. Even after you invested tens of millions in machines, your operating costs remain massive. Labor, even with heavy automation, you still need operators, mechanics, QC teams. warehouse staff, and then there's energy. The capsule factory consumes huge amounts of power, grinders, compressors, nitrogen plants. These systems never sleep. Nitrogen, blanketing the filling lines, purging the coffee, maintaining less than 1% oxygen. It's a continuous and expensive process. Then there's scrap. Even world-class factories run 1 to 3% scrap. At 1.8 billion capsules a year, that's 1% scrap, 18 million capsules. This is why precision matters. Now let's talk about OEE, overall equipment effectiveness, or overall operating efficiency, is the heartbeat of the factory. At an 80% OEE, which is considered good, 20% of your time is spent on cleaning, changeovers, maintenance, startup adjustments, and scrap. And tooling, everything wears out. Deep drawing tools, punches, sealing plates, augers, rollers, bearings. Keeping the line performing like day one is a consistent and expensive battle. After the capsule's made, the journey isn't over. You still need consumer packs, trays, goods, shipping cartons, palletization, storage, traceability, global distribution. All of this is part of the real cost behind your morning coffee. So here's why is the consumer advantage, why the capsule coffee is always cheap. Let's flip the perspective. From your point of view, the capsule is one of the most economical ways to make coffee. Here's why. Exact portion, zero waste. A capsule gives you exactly the right dose every time. Not too much, not too little. With beans or ground coffee, most people overdose dramatically. And you only use the energy required. A capsule machine heats exactly the water for 1 cup, runs for 20 to 30 seconds and shuts off. Compare that to kettles boiling a liter of water, espresso machines left on all day, bean to cup machines running constant cycles. Capsule machines are sprinters, no stone coffee, no old beans, no half pots wasted, no grinding too much, no throwing away any leftovers. You brew exactly what you need. Consistency is priceless. Same cup today, same tomorrow, same next month. No guesswork, no drift, no inconsistencies. This is value. So when you put all of this together, the machines, the coffee, the aluminum, energy systems, the nitrogen, the maintenance, packaging, the logistics, the 24/7 operation, scrap control, the OEE battles, and then you look at the price of a single capsule, you realize something almost amusing. It shouldn't be this cheap. It's one of the great bargains in the modern food manufacturing. A global chain of engineering, supply, logistics, and science, all compressed into a little 5.5-gram survey that gives you a perfect cup in 20 to 25 seconds. This is extraordinary value. So the next time someone says capsules are expensive, send them a link to this episode. It captures convenience, precision engineering, and consistency, scaled to millions of cups a day. And that's why your coffee from one of our capsules is a bargain. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.